guys, it's Scully Sati. Thanks for joining me again for the mid-April readings. I hope the first half of April was as interesting and eventful as mine was. Let's see what's going on for the beautiful Aquarian people and see what I can tell you to help you out with this. All right, so okay, so I'm seeing you guys are kind of dealing with some of the things that Cancer was dealing with first half of the month, which is maybe dealing with a little bit of opposition from other people. Feeling like you need to have a particular stance against something. Okay, something that might be trying to drag you down. Yeah, and I feel like this is about you standing in your strength with the Justice card. This is all about you knowing what you are, who you are, what you stand for, what you want to go towards, and not allowing anybody to tell you what you do and do not deserve, okay? So you're coming from a standpoint of strength, which is really great. Because I feel like with the Ace of Knives, which is also the Ace of Swords, I feel like you're coming out of a time where you've learned some harsh realities. You know, you've had some epiphanies, and that's really helped you to see who's in your corner and who's not in your corner. And it's kind of, it's helped you to be stronger within yourself about what you believe in. Yeah. Because I think before what was going on was that you were a little bit unsure of which way you wanted to go. The Two of Knives or Two of Swords is all about indecision, being torn between two options. And I'm feeling like because you might have met with some opposition from other people, that it really helped you to strengthen your stance, like your view on what you want to start pursuing. Yeah, and I feel like with the Three of Skulls, this has to do with, you know, finances, career, things of that nature. This is about partnering up with other people to be able to manifest some sort of financial destiny. Oh man, yay, this is great. Nine of Skulls is wonderful. This is about emotional fulfillment. I mean, look at her. She's like giving herself away to abandon, you know? She's really enjoying herself and really taking everything just as it is without having to think too much about it. She's just experiencing. And I feel like that's what's happening for you guys at the second half of the month. Yeah, because you know, you have really started to have some kind of fire ignited within you. And sometimes when we deal with opposition from other people, what that does is that lights our internal fires. A video that I did just this past week was talking about the, you know, weird energies in the air for many people, where we were dealing with opposition from other people coming at us, trying to, you know, stand in our way of our happiness, of our own personal path. And I feel like what that's done for a lot of people is really help them to, you know, really define what it is that they're looking to achieve. And be damned if anybody's going to get in their way. You know what I mean? So I feel like you guys are really starting to come from a position of strength. And right as I say that, you get the Queen of Scepters, the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is all about knowing exactly what you want. This is all about letting passion drive you. You know, allowing yourself to feel, you know, the heat within you. What lurks in your heart? What lurks in your soul? What makes you feel as though, you know, you want to wake up in the morning and you want to live and you want to explore and you want to go not just till tomorrow, but for years and years to come, because you know that there's a lot ahead of you, a lot that's going to keep lighting that fire within you. But, you know, you're not going just completely headstrong with the emotions. You are going to be using some sort of logic with the Emperor card here. Man, that is a good-looking Emperor. Where are these guys in the world besides Hollywood? Whew. Yeah, that's my type. And that's gotten me in trouble before, but man, whew, he's cute. So this is interesting because, like I said, the Emperor is all about, you know, using logic, really being very methodical with how you want to go about things, really devising plans, you know, but allowing yourself to let that passion spark that interest in you so that you can really start to temper it. And as I say that, the Temperance card is here. with your passion and logic. This is about tempering both of them, so that you can come up with this beautiful magical potion like what she's mixing up there, to be able to measure your success, to be able to, see what you can conquer, right? Ten of Skulls, if this has to do with business, which is what I'm kind of feeling from these cards, Ten of Skulls is akin to the Ten of Pentacles. This is all about business. This is about, feeling like you want to have some sort of solid footing within your career sector. And this is telling me for the second half of April for you, Aquarius guys, that it's going to happen for you. This is really just about the planning stage and being able to put some things into action for yourself. Because again, after some opposition that I think a lot of us have had to deal with, this has really allowed you to start figuring out what's best for you. What do you want, right? Because that's important, because who leads your life but you? Now, there may be a little bit of a waiting period, and like I just said, I feel like the next couple of weeks is going to be more about you planning and devising and really being able to let your passions lead you, but tempering that with logic. So I feel like, with the Hanged Man, you might feel like you're a little bit at a standstill with external forces. So you might be partnering up with other people, but it may be taking a little bit more time than you'd like to manifest. And that's okay, because the Hanged Man is all about helping us to see things in a different perspective. It's like the universe is time out for us so that we can really contemplate, what am I doing? Where am I going? How am I going to achieve this? Who's going to be with me on that road? But I'm telling you, by the end of the month, you guys are going to be going forward with the Lord of Grails. This is the Knight of Cups. This is about letting your emotions lead you. This is about going forward very fearlessly, very led by passion about what you love. Yeah, and then you get another one, Lord of Knives. This is the Knight of Swords. So going in quickly, going in where you feel like you can get what you want by force, by using aggression. But remember, we got the Temperance card earlier, so don't go in there, too bullheaded. Make sure that you are knowing what you're pursuing with some kind of plan. Don't just try to go in there, the term willy-nilly is coming to me, and I never use that term. But I feel like what that has to do with is, have a plan. Have some sort of goal. Know where on your path you're trying to get to. Don't just go in bullheaded and, trying to achieve something, especially if you don't know what you're trying to achieve. Okay, so have some kind of plan. Suggestions for this time is to really sit down with yourself. If this has to do with career stuff, this is about you starting to figure out like what makes you happy career-wise. This is not just about you paying the bills, doing a job that you don't like, working just to get your insurance and like I said, get a paycheck so you could pay your bills with the monotony. This is more about what is driving you, right? And the only way that you can come to that is by sitting, with yourself and drawing those answers out from within. So when I say meditate, sit with yourself, not everybody is going to do well with the classic form of meditation that people think of when you say meditation, which is, sitting under a tree in silence, trying to clear your mind. That's really difficult for a lot of people to do because, our minds are so active. And especially when you're trying to plan and devise and come up with something solid, it's really hard to shut your mind off. So what I suggest to a lot of my clients is putting on some kind of music, usually without lyrics, just where you can kind of, flow with something, get into your groove. Or the sound of crashing waves or nature is really helpful to a lot of people. But don't think that meditation means that you need to be sitting by yourself and trying to clear your mind in complete silence, because that's going to be, kind of self-defeating for a lot of people, because that just doesn't work for some people with overactive minds, okay? So during this time, I feel like what you guys are going to do is you're going to be sitting with yourself. You're going to be starting to come up with what makes you happy, what lights that fire. And then you're going to start devising. You're going to start coming up with your business plan, which is going to include if you're going to partner up with people, what organizations would be helpful to my path, who can I, align with to be able to manifest this, to make this happen, to make it a reality. And right as I say that, this is all about, using your that beautiful mind of yours, right? That overactive mind, to be able to really figure out, how am I going to do this? What am I going to do? When do I want to do this by? These are all really important questions that really need to be thought about. And it all starts with, sitting with yourself, like I said, doing that sort of meditation so that you can draw those answers outside of yourself, because the answers are within. It's just that we need to be able to sit with ourselves and have some sort of an intent before we do that. So, sitting with yourself and saying, what is my purpose? Where is the next step that I should go towards my career, right? And then being able to sit and allow the answers to come, writing all that stuff down as it comes to you, and then being able to, move things around, Tetris-like, so that you can start to, fit it all together to be able to come up with your particular path, okay? So Aquarius, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. I feel like the second half of April is going to be all about your path with career. I'm not seeing a whole lot of emotions here besides what's driving you internally towards your financial goals. So have at it. Do the meditation stuff. Pull those answers out. Really start to figure out what your next step is. Because I feel like because you guys have such an overactive mind, you really need to be able to have some sort of idea of where you're going to be able to feel like you're safe enough to allow your emotions to lead you. Okay, so that's it. That's what I'm seeing for you guys. Let me know what you think about that. As things happen, feel free to comment. You guys know I'm always available for private readings. You just reach me at the information below. And thanks again for coming and chilling out with me and listening to what I have to say. And I wish you guys a good second half of April. And I will be back towards the beginning of May to do the first half of May for you guys. Thanks so much, guys. Have a wonderful rest of April. Bye.